Hi everybody, my name is Spammals and welcome to the end of month vlog. This is the thing we do where we look back at the games we played this month, have a little talk about it, look at the future of the channel and discuss weight loss. So without any more stalling, let's begin! Okay, so April began with Narcosis. I was pretty pumped for this game. I had it on my Steam wish list since like 2015 December, so it came around and I was like, yes, let's get into this. So I was kind of expecting it to run longer, but hey, the length of the game didn't matter because what you got was really high premium content. There was no down moments, no dips in quality. It was a very, very good game. Around the same time of Narcosis, we did some more Party Bridge. It's a nice, relaxing game for me to play. It's kind of something I'm keeping on the back burner for kind of low days where I wanted to kind of really chill out and build some bridges. We also did No Time to Explain. There's no time to explain about that. We jumped into it and we did stuff. Monsters came, kept kidnapping people, and we got a real glimpse of what the game could be. And I think it's a fun game that you could probably play on your own, but it's not a series that I'm going to pursue here on the channel. But that's not to say it's a bad game. Some games are good just to bring to your attention. But then some games, like, we have to see the story through. We have to know how this ends. So after Narcosis came to an end, we did Mount Your Friends. It was extraordinarily good fun. Had the KG and the Nathan. It was so good that I didn't really have to edit it. So in case you didn't see it, you get naked muscle men and you have to mount a goat and get as high into the sky as you can with nothing but a G-string on. It sounds perverted, and to be frank, it is rather perverted. After that, we did the full game of the Bellows. We'd previously done the demo of the Bellows and I said it was coming out October this year, but I got it wrong. It came out the October the year previous, but the developer saw the video. He sent me some codes. He said, hey, you might enjoy this. Check out the full game. The game still got under my skin. It really set the ambience, and you know, horror in VR is like the perfect form for horror. So that was a really good game for the horror genre. I'm still excited to see where the future's going with horror VR, but that was a great game. Anyway, Titanic week. So we kicked it off with Fall of the Titanic Final Words. And I said final word because I'm not going to touch the game ever again. I'm not going to talk about it ever again. I've done 2 videos previously on this and both times I kind of slated and slandered the game. But I thought it would be nice to kind of go in one last time and try to say nice things. Don't be focusing on all the criticisms, and just play the game for being the game. So we did that. And we had a good time, more or less. Yeah, there's loads of things wrong with it. There really is. It is still just a turd being rolled in glitter, trying to be less turdy. But it's still a turd at its core. But you can't even buy it anymore. So I don't know why I should care so much. Anyway, and we had Titanic World. That's a great series. I'm really loving that we have that series still going. We did Active Worlds, and this had been on my to-do list for a long time. And it was a whole universe of online content, kind of from the birth of the internet, more or less. And it's a very prehistoric relic still on the internet. The graphics are not up to modern standards and the player base is near to non-existent. But they had this Titanic World on there and you could play it. And it was great. It had Carl Hullock's Titanic there. It was in Southampton, or a rendition of, and you could board it, have good times, talk to your friends. In 2012, it was a very popular, booming game. But today, it's a ghost town. I bumped into 2 people as I finished recording, and it was creepy, and I just left. Up next was My Collection. So this is a series that I've only done 1 video on, and it was a very explorative piece, and I was really happy to see people were happy with it. So I came back with a 2nd episode. I took it from the bed onto the table, and we really got into it, and it was good fun. This time it was much more narrative driven. I picked like purely Olympic-y things, and we told the story of Olympic. It's called An Olympic Story. But it also made me think, like, for the future, maybe that's a better template to work with, so it's less random like episode 1 and more story driven. So on that, I might be rebranding that in the future and kind of reapproaching it from a different angle. But it will return in one form or another. After that, we did another Titanic World. It was Roblox Titanic Wreck. This is made by Inyo22 from the Titanic HD design team, and it was one of the original Titanic models from Titanic HD, and it got made for some cinematics that he didn't end up using, but we went into the game. It was a recommendation from someone called William in the comments. I forgot your last name, I apologize, but we had good fun on that. Like, genuinely, it was very cool. I had a lot of fun in that, even so much that after I was done with the video, like some days later, I did return, and I was really happy to see it had some life brought back into it. Whilst I was hanging out on there, I think we got to like 30 people online or something like that, and we had a really fun little mini game where we jumped over the bow, and then we had to get back to the bow. So we ran to the break of the forward section, and we climbed on top of the boilers, and then climbed back through the ship. navigating the corridors and the broken rooms, and we made it back to the bow. And it was really fun because it was like a group effort. It was like the Poseidon adventure, you know, and it's something I want to do again on a live stream. So expect to see more of that. I'll give plenty of warning so you guys can be around to get involved. Anyway, speeding this up, we did Sinking Simulator Episode 4, another game I love returning to, and it's a fan favourite for all of you guys at home. I still, even now, after that was done, have people saying, can I have some more? Please do an Episode 5. What made that episode really fun was that we really pushed the bar with different models. We brought in Donald Trump, Thomas the Tank Engine, Britney Spears. We just really got crazy. But also, I got to try out my refined Titanic model, so I made my own model. Nothing wrong with the one in game, I just wanted something of a bit more detailing, although it is highly unstable. People keep asking, where can I download this Titanic model? You can't. I'm not going to put it out for download purely because it isn't fully functional. The masts keep falling over. I can't get the rigging to work properly on it, and it's prone to exploding unless you have the right settings. So I don't want to put it out and just stress people out. It's not going to be a happy, fun time event. Moving on, Grand Theft Auto 5 back into Titanic. We've already did an episode in Titanic in Grand Theft Auto 5, and it's the best. It's the best, to be honest. Like, why I say it's the best is purely because of the Grand Theft Auto engine. I love the weather systems, I love the water. It's so beautiful to walk around. The model itself is pretty stunning. It is the Virtual Sailor 7 Carl Huddock model, the same from Active Worlds. And if you go into Virtual Sailor 7, you can explore more of the ship, but it's not about exploring all of the ship that makes it nice. It's just that you can walk the decks and see the sunshine beaming down onto it and hitting the funnels and changing the weather in such a way. It's just fun, it's nice, and it's so screenshot friendly. Anyway, after this, we kind of hit there was the main video of the whole event, and it was supposed to kind of come at a certain point, and it came a little bit early, but it was the Titanic whistle tests, and this is exclusive world first content, and I was extremely honoured to be presenting it to the world. So this was from Tan Stefanos. He sent me the footage on a CD, and it shows the whistles arriving at this plant in Two Rivers, Wisconsin, and they go through their tests there, and you hear the chimes one by one get rung, and then all together as a full ensemble, and it is just beautiful. And I started to do like my own voiceover for it, but then I had an interview with Tan, and the things Tan said was just so beautiful and also so descriptive. I just eliminated myself entirely because I felt I just got in the way of doing the video. And I just let him speak it because he was there on site, he was handling these, he's carrying them. And it's just an amazing story. It's an original, new Titanic story that hasn't been told, and I'm really glad that it's now out there in the wild. I was a little disappointed in the sense that I tried getting the media involved on this. Hell, this is the run-up to the Titanic anniversary, and all the media outlets are replaying the same stories over and over, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's nice to remind people and new generations, but here I have a brand new, authentic Titanic story that is unique and it is historic. This is the first time the whistles were ever heard since the sinking, and I was so disappointed that not a single media outlet got back to me. No one wanted to touch it, and I tried lots of people, both here in England and America. Nobody would reply to me, so I'm sad about that. Anyway, moving on, we had a triumphant return to Adventure Out of Time Titanic. It's a game we haven't played since January or even December of 2015. December 2015 or January 2016. I can't remember, but it was such a nice return. All the music was tingling all of my senses. It's such a nice thing to be in, and I was sad because we couldn't go back to it. We'd done the storyline, we'd done it all. What was I going to do? But then I remembered that there's a whole tour mode on there, and in the tour mode you could get tour guides, and the game ships with 4 guides, and you have to download the rest from Cyberflix's website, which is now decommissioned. But I found them online. There's loads of fan sites keeping the game alive. So we did a ship tour and we went to all the tour guides, and it was really good fun, nostalgic fun. So now we kind of go into the grey area of Titanic Week. We're now at day 9 and 10. And I had originally earmarked these 2 days to be Honour and Glory's demo 3, the Belfast demo. And this was not on any word by them. They had not said to me, here's a precise date it will be ready. I was just working on a best guess, and I made that call, and I got the call wrong. I know the game is imminent. I am in communications with them. It will be ready very soon, really very, very soon. But I ballsed up and I had 2 days to fill. So I had this decision of, do I end Titanic Week early after making a big thing about it being 10 days long, or do I try hard to find something else so I don't give up? So the high quality the Spammals channel is, I go to the world of the internet and I come out with Titanic Kiss. It's a Flash Titanic game where you play Jack and Rose, and the whole core of the game is to kiss her without being seen. It's ridiculous. I really made it a fun piece. It made me laugh. It was supposed to just make people laugh. Like, you're kissing out on deck, and if you get caught, some guy throws his binoculars at you. But then there's a whole sinking, you're floating in the water, and you know, Rose is on the debris, and there's a lifeboat going past, and if you're kissing, if the lifeboat see you, he's like, hey, none of that, drown, you know, and then, or there's a lady like hugging onto some ice floating. If she sees you kissing, she throws a block of ice at you. It's like, no, you're not allowed to drown and die whilst kissing. It's just ridiculous. So it was a fun game. So whilst I found Titanic Kiss on the same website, I did notice there was some more Titanic Flash games. I didn't really feel like any of them looked, at face value, strong enough to be an independent episode. But then I thought, like, bunching together 3 or 4 games and make a compilation video, and that could be fun. So I called it Spammals 100% Awesome Titanic Adventure, or something like that, and I spelt it wrong on the thumbnail. The games themselves were very bad, but I do still believe that the episode was a funny episode, and I was very happy and proud to be putting it out. I thought it was entertaining. That's one of the things I strive to do on this channel. But in the grand scheme of things, it would normally be the video I would open Titanic Week with. It'd be one of those whimsical videos that you place between 2 bigger episodes, you know, more important games. But to end Titanic Week with this was a very anticlimactic ending. But that's my fault. But it's also a realism of the difficulties we are now being faced with going forwards, because we've done all the core Titanic games. We are running out of the high-class content. So this does mean that Titanic Week as a thing will be slowing down in the future, or having a serious like facelift, but it's still here for now. I do have a game plan for the next one, which I'm hoping to be in June. I haven't quite decided yet. Anyway, there will be more in the future. Coming out of Titanic Week, I had a decision to kind of go back to my regular content, or maybe to try to find something with a similar theme to kind of continue the vibe. So we did Magnificent Ships Volume 1 VR, and this was super good fun. It's just exploring ships. Did 2 episodes on that, and in the second episode we climaxed with Queen Mary, a ship that's on my bucket list to go visit but have not been to visit myself yet. It's something I really want to do. We had a great time in the game walking around the ship and checking out some of her features. In the edit, I kind of felt like I did fuck up a little bit. I didn't progress through the ship in a smooth enough way, so it ended up having quite a lot of jump cuts. Anyway, so Queen Mary got me thinking, well, maybe, wait, I know another game that has Queen Mary in it. Maybe we can make like a mini Queen Mary event. So I go into Silent Hunter 5, because there's a bonus mission that you can then sink the Queen Mary, or attempt to. I was recording myself. I don't know what I really thought I was going to do with the footage, but I recorded myself all the same, and I did the first level of the campaign to refamiliarize myself with the controls, and it turned out becoming an episode of its own. So I put that out, and then I recorded the one with the sinking Queen Mary. Had so much fun because I was really shit at it. I couldn't hit her for toffee, and I was so focused on trying to hit her, I completely blanked myself to the fact that she was on collision course with a battleship and she caught on fire, and I was so like blindsided. I didn't really think for a moment that this is actually a real life event being played out here, not the sinking but the collision part. So I missed an opportunity to kind of tell a more detailed, vivid story. The episode is about Oscar von Spammals being a dickhead unable to hit a ship, but we did eventually sink her. So I recorded both of those before they went live, and then I was blown away by how much you guys love Silent Hunter 5. What started as a single episode became 2 episodes. It went on to spawn a 5-episode series, and that was a very strong series. Every episode got thousands of views. And even after episode 5, you're still asking for more in the comments. But I have stopped it, only for now. It will say to be continued. It isn't a forever gone. During this time period, some big games are being released that I really wanted to play, and they don't fit in with the theme. But in spite of that, I put out Rick and Morty VR, and I loved it. It was a super fun game. I made the decision to do it all in a single sitting instead of break it up into episodes, so the episode itself was a little bit long. Well, it was about an hour off the top of my head. But it was a fun game. It had a very, very crazy storyline that I won't say in case it spoils it for anybody, but it was really creative. I did have a feeling at the end that I kind of wanted something else, but that's not to say I didn't have fun. So well done the people behind that game. Let's hope there's some more in the future. Dotting itself around Silent Hunter episodes 3, 4 and 5, we did depth collaboration again with the KG and the Nathan, and we're terrible at that game. So KG was the shark, and he was terrifying because of how fast he moved. You can't see him coming, and then you just hear him over the comms going nom 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 nom, and you just see him charge out the darkness, rip someone in half, mostly me, and then disappear. I died constantly. I couldn't catch a break, and my guns were so crap, and I'm so bad at the game I didn't realise I could upgrade my guns and stuff like that. But we had a good time all of the same. And then we did World of Warships, another game constantly recommended by you guys in the comments. Don't say I never pay attention. I did. I listened and I played it. So I had never really played it before. I downloaded it some time ago and did like one game on it, got to level 2, but I didn't touch it since. So I very much went in blind. And it was fun. I mean, I don't see where the end game is, but I am told it gets a lot better the lot further into it you get. So I trust the people's comments, so I will take them on their word on that. So now we come to April 27th. I put out the game, it's an experience called Shipwreck VR. It's a title I gave it myself because it isn't a game, it's not an experience. It's 360 VR videos that you can find on YouTube. And I had a special app so I could play them inside my unit. And because we had all the ships going on and I sank so many, I thought it'd be fun to go to a shipwreck. So we found a 360 shipwreck experience, and it was a New Zealand something or another from the New Zealand Royal Navy. Fuck, who knows? It's a ship. And it was super fun. We got to dive down to it. We went around on the outside of it and we climbed through a hole into the engine room, and then we came out through the quarters up onto the bridge. It was really fun and it was really immersive. And it just shows the power of VR. I mean, this, okay, it was a special rig. The guy had like put like 8 GoPros together on a specially made rig with like special lighting and stuff like that. And even with that, like the quality was good, but it wasn't like crystal clear quality, even at like a 4K resolution. But it's still amazing what you can get just by watching a YouTube video. You know, you haven't got to go to Steam and buy all these expensive things. You could just with your device, which is expensive, but you could just go to YouTube and enjoy virtual reality there and there. So that's great. I made sure to put a link to the original source in the video. It was definitely a really fun thing to do. Highly recommend it. This was also the day that the channel hit 10,000 subscribers, which is fucking incredible. I have yet to put out the 10,000 subscriber video, so I'm going to refrain from talking about it too much in this because I don't want to be repeating or thinking of something for the first time and then having to repeat it in that video, because I really want it to come from the heart and from the soul and be spontaneous. So all I will say for now is just thank you very much for all the continued support, be it just through watching, through commenting, through sharing on Facebook and Twitter, from being a Patreon supporter. Thank you so much. You are all part of the life of this channel and you're all part of its future. So it's gonna be an amazing year for us. We're only into April when we hit 10,000. Once again, to shoehorn reality in, I'm losing my job. I've got literally 9 days left in the office and then I'm unemployed. But I'm making the decision to go full-time on YouTube at a serious pay cut. It's barely anything. But I know that with the extra time and with your continued support, we can continue to grow this channel. And I don't care if I don't make a full-time wage for a couple of years. I would happily take the pay cut to be able to continue creating because I fucking love doing this. I have not once regretted ever deciding to do YouTube. But that said, if you want to back me, I have a Patreon. There'll be a link in the description below. For as little as $1, you can support one of your favorite creators. Or don't. The channel will always be free. It's just if you have extra money to spare and you want to send a couple pennies my way, it would really help out. But anyway, April 28th, Silent Hunter Part 5 comes out, and we have a good time in that, but it is the end of the series for now. And the reason why I'm bringing that to an end now is we'd kind of ran out. There is other historical missions in there, but I mean, I didn't know if they were really exciting enough to make an episode. And then there was calls for me to do the campaign, but I'm not sure if I really want to do that at this time. we've been doing a lot of ship content for literally the whole month, more or less. I fear that if we continue down this path for too long, the channel will become pigeonholed as a ship channel. Oh, no battery warning, I have to hurry up. As a ship channel, as a Titanic channel, and I don't want to be pigeonholed. I love the freedom we have to explore our creativity. So we're going to put that on brakes for now. We will come back to it in the future, guaranteed. Just, I want to get back to doing some horror games and some funny games. So after that, we did Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 2. This came out previously in the month. I was late getting to it, but I fucking loved it. It was a great game, and it's a great series. It takes a kind of non-unique idea of a first-person explorative game, but they gave it its own heart and soul and substance, and it's made it into a unique thing. So well done, people behind that game. And that brings us to this vlog. Yes! I decided to wear this. It is it's like a t-shirt hoodie. It's Legends of Zelda. I got it in a loot crate ages ago, but it didn't fit when I got it. But now it does fit. That's amazing. So yay, new clothes. To the future of the channel, so going into May. I'm going fast now because the battery's blinking at me like a red-eyed demon's going fucking hurry up. But May, we're going to be doing some more horror games. Outlast 2 will be beginning tomorrow on Monday, the 1st of May. The battery died. I don't know where the batteries are just now. And we're at the end of the video, so I'm just going to finish it on my Logitech webcam. Hi! So, get out of here. No! So May, yes, in May, we're going to be doing Outlast 2, 1,000,000%. I'm loving that game. I've only filmed one episode at this time, which goes live tomorrow. After this is done, I'm going to be going right back into that to carry on recording it. I am trying to decide if I'm going to upload it in one block to get it out the way quickly, because we're quite late to the game on this one. But then again, I have another game I want to play that maybe we could interlace it between, run the two side by side, like a normal series. So I've still to decide that. So I'm actually kind of behind in terms of planning. The calendar itself is just very, very sporadic. It's got lots of empty spaces and just random games in random places. But I mean, I have a series of very short little mini games that I want to do, the kind of Game Jolt-esque games. But we have some big games that I want to play. There's some collaborations that are going to be happening. We have one more. We got Ultimate Chicken Horse coming up again with KG and Nathan. I'm going to be doing stuff with Game Hog and Lisa and Yana very, very soon. The collaboration is definitely something I want to get more involved in. Speaking of which, today I filmed my segment. There's a channel opening up. It's a French channel. It's called The Outsiders. I've been talking to Sammy for about a year, I think. Maybe it's a year. It seems like a long time. And they've been getting themselves ready for a long time. There's 4 of them. They're all French. I think they've been doing like a university course on filmography and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure, but they're just launching and they're doing something special for May the 4th, I believe. I won't say what it is, but I have a small cameo in it, which is really good fun. So I filmed my segments for that tonight, and I'm going to be appearing in it. So I don't know if it's going to be French-speaking or English-speaking, but I'll be giving out a link as soon as it's online for you guys to watch. So that's cool. So beyond May, so into June, I will be going on the main family holiday in June. I think it's like June 2nd for 2 weeks or something like that. It's a very special holiday for us because my mother will be retiring, I think early next year. So this is like an extra special retirement holiday, like way more bigger than we would normally have. And they're very fortunate to be paying for me to come with them. So otherwise I wouldn't be able to afford it. It's a very big 2-week cruise going around the Mediterranean, and it was a Christmas present for them. Hang on. This was the Christmas card I got. That's the ship. It's called Venturas for P&O Cruises. And inside, your bed is waiting for you on board. Lots of love, Mum and Dad. So yeah, that's my ship. That's my baby. I love Ventura. So I'm going on holiday, so there will be preparation done beforehand so that when I'm away, you're going to get a daily dose of Spammals, and that is when I might be doing another Titanic week. I need to work out in my head if it's going to be okay or not. Weight loss is back on pause, so the diet is still happening, but my life has been so hectic that this past month, I'm having a hard time kind of juggling everything from getting the videos done to managing social commitments to I went back to work last week, and that's been really, really stressful. So on the grand scheme of things, I've had no time to dedicate to exercise or to walking. We had a pizza at work as a goodbye because this last week was the last week I was working with the KG. He's now left the company as he has a new job to go to. So we had a last supper. We had a big old pizza. So that was unhealthy, but really tasty. And then we went to the movies last night to go see Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and I had popcorn and chocolate, so that was naughty of me. So I didn't weigh myself this morning because I was just terrified of what it's going to say. But the diet is still 1,000,000% a thing. I just haven't had a chance to focus on it this week. I know week 1 of this week I lost 4 pounds, but weeks 2, 3, and 4, I don't know what happened. But 1,000,000,000,000,000%. We're going to be back on this in the next monthly vlog. So look forward to seeing how fat I am then. Right, and on that bombshell, I'm going to call that an episode right about there. So thank you for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody.